She's a two-stack Mac with a bunk in the back, and she's crawled from head to toe. She's got a screaming cat that won't hold back, so hammer down, boys, let her go. She's a lady of the night with her chicken lights, I guess a couple hundred or so. I get lost in the lines and the way she...
What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy B-Rob 108. If you don't know me, my name's Brandon Roberts. As you can see, I'm back at the house. A few things have happened since my last video. You know, my last video, I think I was getting ready to take my test, my exam. Well, I did. I took it that Saturday, and of course I passed everything first go around. So I trifected, and as a CDL holder, like I said, you're able to trifecta and get the $250. So I did. I done been paid since then, my first paycheck, and it was on there. Anyways, what happened was I went in that Saturday morning. I did my exam. You know, as a CDL holder, I told you had to do engine compartment, in cab, with your 3 air brake check. I had to do 3 backing maneuvers, and I did a quick road test. I passed, no big deal, no problem. As soon as I passed, they sent me over to the Millennium Building to do my employment paperwork. I did all my tax paperwork, I signed up, did all my employee paperwork, redid a badge, so I've got my official ComData card now, and I'm employed, so I was hired on. I've already been in touch with my TNT trainer and my fleet manager, which last Tuesday, the guy that I'm going to be with, you know, he came to Springfield from Chicago, and I met with him, we talked, I met with the fleet manager, we all sat down and talked about everything that was going to be going on. And Wednesday, basically, or Tuesday, I mean, after we sat down, we left. So I left with him. We went from Springfield to Texas, which I drove. It was like 530 miles. We delivered a load in Texas. We drove from Texas to Colorado, Loveland, Colorado, delivered another load. We drove to Nebraska, picked up a load, and we are scheduled for tomorrow morning at 6:30. So we were ahead of schedule. We had like 2 or 3 days. We was coming to Florida. You know, we're both from Georgia. So, you know, he wanted to take it into the house for about 2 days. So I came home for like 2 days. So I've enjoyed my little break. You know, I got to see my wife. I got to see the kids. I got to hang out a little bit around the house. And today is Monday, and it's, I don't know, it's about 10:30, and about 3 o'clock I'm meeting up with him, and we're heading to Florida. So we got 2 deliveries. It's a split delivery we got to do in Florida, and hopefully we'll get a load in Florida coming back up, because Wednesday afternoon to Thursday morning we are planning to be back at home until the 3rd of January. So I get to spend Christmas and New Year's with my family, and then like I said, after January 3rd, after the New Year, we're gonna hit it, and according to what he's saying, we're going to stay out the whole time until I get my complete miles. Now, I started my TNT needing 30,000 miles. Once we deliver in the morning to Florida, I will have already almost 4,000 miles. So I think it's going to go pretty quick. You know, we kind of jumped straight into the team driving. You know, I guess he saw that I was capable of driving somewhat, and you know, he basically, he drives for his, you know, 10, 11 hours. We switch out, and I drive, you know, I've been driving for 10, 11 hours, and we switch out again. So it's back to back to back. So I think we're going to be able to hit a lot of loads. We're going to be able to get a lot of miles, and it's going to knock my 30,000 miles out pretty quick. I'm hoping by February you know, the 1st of February, you know, I'm ready to go back to Springfield for an upgrade. But, you know, like I said, I'm pretty impressed with everything so far. You know, I've still got to fill out my trainer. I'm not going to say any names. But, you know, he's cool. I like him as a person. I don't know 100% as far as trainer material, what it is, because he pretty much said from the get-go that he was in it for the money. And, you know, that I know we're all in it for the money, but, you know, I would like to be trained somewhat the best I can while I'm on a trainer's truck. You know, he basically said, I'm in it for the money. The most money I can make, the better. You know, I'm going to get you miles. And the whole time I've been on his truck, you know, he has shown me some stuff, but he's kind of just sort of stuck me behind the wheel and basically looked at it like I'm already trained and I already know what to do, and we're just going to get it done. And, I mean, we're getting it done, but I do have a lot of questions, you know, and there's some things that I still don't understand, you know, with like the Qualcomm, accepting loads, this and that, you know, and I don't know. I mean, it's cool. Like I said, I like him as a person. He seems to be kind of a cool dude, but, you know, as a trainer, I'm not 100% yet, which, I mean, I know the holidays is coming up, so after the holidays, once we hit it nonstop, you know, that's when, you know, he might really start trying to train me. If not, you know, I don't know if I'm going to ask for another trainer or just get through it, get my miles, you know, hope I learn enough, you know, and just be able to do it, you know. But I'm planning here to leave around 3 o'clock, heading to Florida. I'm so glad to be out of the freaking north, man. Good God. I am not a cold weather person, and it has sucked. We got to Georgia. Well, actually, we got to Tennessee, and I rolled the windows down, and I was like, man, it's totally different down here in the South. I love it. I'm debating on what I want to do. You know, I originally came to Prime wanting to drive in the tanker division, and dealing with people, you know, they kind of persuaded me into going in the reefer side, and that's cool. You know, I don't know yet, because I still feel like I want to pull a reefer. I mean, a tanker. So I've talked to some people already at Prime, and you know, it's still up to debate, you know, whatever I decide to do. But basically what I'm going to do is right now I'm going to stay reefer, at least until I get my 25,000 miles. And then I was told around 25,000 miles, because it'd be easier for me to accumulate all my miles on the reefer side, because they run a little more during this time of the year. Around 25,000 miles, basically call them back, and then I would be transitioned onto the tanker side if I choose to do that, and I will get my last 5,000 to 10,000 miles, you know, on the tanker side to basically learn, you know, the pumps and the job, of course, as far as delivering and, you know, dealing with the tank. I think I am going to do that, because, I mean, it's just something about it I like. It's on the eastern side. I know originally I said I was going to go OTR too. I'm still debating on that. I would love, I think, to get on the southeast regional side. I don't care nothing about going up north, but I know the tankers, you know, they're going to go from Chicago, Illinois. They come all the way down to like Georgia, where I'm at, into Savannah. I don't know if they have a southeast regional. I don't think they do, but it's like a huge triangle that they freaking, you know, they go back and forth in. I know reefer, they do say they have a southeast regional. It's kind of, you know, it's not broadcast out there, but they do have a southeast regional you can get into. I know a guy that's doing it right now. So I don't know yet. You know, I'm still debating and learning and figuring out what it is I want to do in this whole trucking thing. As far as driving the truck, you know, my trainer's got a 15 Peterbilt. It's cool. I like it. You know, I don't know that either. Like I said, debating on going lease from the get-go. You know, it's just, I don't know. The more days that go by, and the more I get into it, and the more I start doing, the more I start thinking and wondering what I should do, where I should be, and what path I should take inside this. You know, this thing. But like I said, I'm going to show you. I'm going to keep making these videos. I'm going to, you know, it's my journey. I mean, if nothing else, I'm going to kind of try to keep it up and see where it takes me and what decisions from the get-go, from the start to the finish, that it took me through. But yeah, I would highly recommend Prime. If anybody is trying to decide on a company to go to, there's a billion companies. And like I said in my very first video before I even left, you know, I did a lot of research. I did a lot of talking, thinking, reviewing. I went to all kinds of websites. I talked to all kinds of recruiters. I talked to all kinds of people I knew that was already in this industry driving. And there is a billion companies that you can choose from. And when you go to looking at a company, there's going to be 100 negative things that people say, and there's going to be 100 positive things that people say. There's going to be a negative and a positive to everything you look at. And to me, that just makes it even more difficult to decide. But the thing is, when I chose Prime on my own, I didn't use a referral. I didn't know anybody personally that was at Prime other than people that I watched on YouTube. And you know, that gave me some kind of insight. And also talking to recruiters. I talked to Gracie, which is my recruiter. She was amazing. She was quick. She got back to me every time, on time, quick. And just her attitude, dealing with the recruiter, watching the videos, talking to people, reading reviews online. There was a lot more positive than negatives that I saw when it came to Prime. Now, I made my decision and I went to Prime. Hesitant. I was, you know, I mean, you're nervous. You know, it's a big decision. Am I going to the right company? Am I doing the right thing? Well, I went. I went to orientation. Orientation was what it was. I mean, it was awesome. Everybody I came in contact with was awesome. They were genuinely nice. They acted like they cared about their job. They wanted to do me right, and they did not steer me wrong. The food was good. The place they put me in was good. They took care of me. You know, like I had my CDL. I went through the night PSD local program on the pad. I did it for like 4 days, which was nothing. I tested out. I trifected. They gave me my $250. They hired me. You know, I'm already with my trainer. You know, I'm getting my miles already. Everything has happened like they told me it was going to. They did not lie to me. They were honest. Everything so far I've seen has been 110% in line with what I was told, and I've been impressed. Like I said, the only thing is, you know, when it comes to training, this is a huge company. This is a huge training company. You got a lot of trainers. You got trainers that's in it for the money, and that's it. And they don't care how you are when you leave their truck. They made their money. They're on to the next student. They're making their money. You have trainers that are in it for the money, but do care about you as far as being trained and being well trained. And then you have, you know, you have drivers that genuinely are in it for training and want to make sure that you are the best that you can be, and then the money just comes from it. I'm not 100% which one of those I got, and that's fine. I ask questions. I'm gonna ask questions. I can get it. You know, I'm a quick learner. Just that's what I would think about when it came time for you to go to your TNT. Make sure you get what you are interested in getting. And if it's not what it seems like it needs to be, tell your fleet manager right then, no, I don't think this is going to work. I want something else because this is what I have. This is my goal, okay? My goal is not to just jump on a truck with someone and allow them to make money off of me running their miles. I want to be trained so when I get my truck, I can run as successful as I can be. On the lease or company side, it doesn't matter. You want to know your job, you want to be able to do it good. I want to do it good. I'm going to figure out what kind of trainer I've got here pretty soon, and I'm going to be making decisions too. But like I said, my name is Brandon Roberts. If you do need anything, if you need to discuss anything, if you have any kind of questions, you know, I don't really know how to go in real depth in these videos yet. I'm still new to them, but you know, I'm so far. I mean, I kind of know the deal. I kind of know what's going on. So if you do have any questions, holler at me on my Facebook, on here. You shoot me a message if you need to talk on the phone. I'll give you my phone number. You know, we can talk on the phone. You can text me. I'll text you back. And if I don't know the answers, I'll find someone that does. I'll put you in contact with someone. If you need to talk to a recruiter, I'll put you in contact with my recruiter. I'll put you in contact to just a phone number that'll get you through the recruiters, and you can try and get you someone on your own. If you do choose to come to Prime and you fill out the application online, there is a place for a name of a referral. If I have talked to you, if you've gotten any type of insight from me in these videos, and you feel like you want to write down a name, you don't have to, and if you do, it doesn't affect you one bit, negative or positive. You can use my name, okay? There are incentives that Prime gives people for referrals, and that's awesome. I'd be you know, highly gracious for that. If not, I'm still willing to help you and give you information. Just hit me up and let me know what kind of information you need. Maybe give me some feedback on what kind of topics to really go in depth and talk about in these videos, and I'll try to do that also. But like I said, I got a few more hours at home. I'm gonna chill out here. I got to get my stuff kind of together. I'm not gonna take as much stuff as I did originally because I'm only planning to be gone about another 2 days. Shout out Ball and Chains. I think his name's Jeremy and Selena. If you check their videos out, you know, they're awesome. They make some pretty cool videos. I enjoy watching them. Look at Trucker James. I mean, he was with Prime. He's left. He's in the middle of doing some things. There's a lot of people, man. You go on YouTube and you type in Prime. That's probably how you found me. But, you know, just hit me up. Hit them up. Ask questions. Do your research. Make sure you know what you're doing when you make the decision to go. But I'm telling you right now, if you choose Prime, you probably will not regret it, especially if you are a new person that does not have any experience. If you are not if you don't have a CDL, for one, Prime's going to pay you to come there. They're going to feed you. They're going to take care of you, and they're going to put you through a training program, and they're going to get you your CDL, and they're going to give you a job, and you're going to make good money. After a year, you can leave Prime with a year's experience with your CDL, and you can go anywhere in the world you want to and get you a good job. That's a pretty good deal. You come with a CDL and you have experience, you go through a 3 or 4 day orientation, they put you in a truck, and you go to work and you make money. You come with a CDL, no experience like I did. You go to orientation, you do a week on the local PSD pad, you go to TNT for your 30,000 miles, you get you a truck, you make money, you work a year, you leave with a year's experience, you do what you want to do. I think Prime's a really good starting company, and I think most people even that have been with Prime and have left will come back and say, hey, for someone new, Prime's an awesome company. Go to Prime, get your experience, and move on if that's what you choose to do, or stay if you're happy. Hit me up. Like I said, my name's Brandon Roberts, known as B-Rob. Shoot me a message and subscribe to me if you want to. Follow my videos, ask me questions, give me feedback on what you would like to know, and I'll talk to you later, man. Peace.